How much time does your child spend on the computer or in front of the TV? It's probably a lot, isn't it? A new survey by the Kaiser Family Foundation shows nowadays kids are spending more than 11 hours a day with entertainment media. So what does that mean for a child's development? Dr. Frank Cummings is here with more on what the problem is and what we can do about it. Good morning.
Good morning. It's good to see you.
Nice to see you, too. So this is really a problem that you're seeing, too.
Oh, absolutely. And it's something that has been coming for about 30 years. I mean, there was a book that came out and they said, you know, if you're going to have high tech, you also have to have high touch, too, because the technology can distract us from really building healthy relationships.
So, I mean, 30 years ago, did they think it would be 11 hours a day?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I don't think anybody did, and it's really blossomed over the last 5 years, too. It's just a dramatic increase in entertainment media.
Yeah, so back in the day, it was about the TV. What are we talking about now? What are the things that kids are consumed with these days?
Talking about cell phones, talking about iPhones, talking about computers, those kinds of things.
Yep, okay, so we have a little graphic for you there just to give you an idea. And everybody has one of those now, or some version of it.
Large amount, yes. Over 70% of the people actually have these kind of media phones.
Okay, so let's say you have all these devices at home, and your kids, your teens, maybe they're the ones that are texting their friends, even though the friends are sitting right next to them. How do you set the rules? What do you do to start cutting back on that 11 hours?
Well, I think it's really important to ask good questions. You know, it's like you can text back and forth, but really we have so many modes of communication, but what are we really saying? So asking questions about, well, what are you talking about? How does that build your relationship? What do you like about this person, rather than the actual content of the text that they're doing? But ask them about the relationship and the value of that relationship to them.
So start talking to each other face to face. Talk to your kids.
I think that's a really good idea, like we're doing now.
It's a novel, isn't it? Well, let's take a look. We have some specific ways that you, as parents, can start that in process. And the first thing you say to do is get the TV out of the bedroom.
That's right. Kids use about 3, almost 4 hours less media time if they don't have a television in their bedroom.
My daughter keeps asking for one, and she's not even 8 yet. So I should keep saying no?
I think so, but also you can use it to help her shape and mold her behavior in the ways that you want so that she can earn that time.
Okay. Turn off the TV.
That's right. I remember coming home from school, and my mom would always have the television on. So when the TV wasn't on, I knew she wasn't there, and it almost seemed empty. And it's like, well, maybe there's got to be something more than just having noise in the background. Maybe we should be really building relationships.
It's hard for me to be at home without the TV on.
It's hard for a lot of people, and just even now, the TV perhaps is on in our viewers' homes. Maybe the radio is. Maybe they've got the computer up, and maybe they're texting or talking on their phones.
Yeah, we have 3 TVs and a computer on sometimes, and all of a sudden the noise. If you stop for a moment and listen,
yes,
you realize that's just way too much noise and you're not talking to each other. And finally, you say set rules. Easier said than done, but how can we do that?
Well, one of the things to realize is that you're going to have conflict over this stuff because it really is kind of a sweet thing. It's almost like candy for kids nowadays. So if you set rules, they actually use that media about 3 to 4 hours less per day.
And then what happens when you cut back on that? Do you get more of that high touch, and how does that improve the relationship between family members?
You have to build in that high touch. So you actually spend time talking with them. You actually spend time doing things with them. Having a family meal is a great avenue for building relationships too. And actually spending time in the car too.
And the payoff is?
That you're going to, relationships are the only things that satisfy, not a text message. I don't know a single person that says this text message or this movie has really satisfied me, but they talk about relationships in that way.
It's a good way to end this. Doctor, thank you so much for stopping by.
You're very welcome.
Gives us all something to think about. Turn off the TV after Good Day Wisconsin and Living with Amy. We'll be right back.